This video is a short VR representation of what it is like to glassblow in a hot shop. One of the first things to happen when starting a new art piece is to collect yourself a fresh gather of glass on the end of the blowpipe. The heat of the furnace is about 9 or 10 times hotter than your typical oven, running about 1090 degrees Celsius or 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. You can imagine just how hot that could be. The next step is that we would lightly shape the glass on the metal table, which we call the marver. Doing this causes the exterior of the glass to cool down rapidly, which in turn makes us have to go for a heat using the reheating furnace. Once the glass is heated and moving, we then would be able to start blowing a bubble into the glass. After doing this, we again shape the glass using the marver, as well as add some color to the outside of the piece by rolling it in sand-like colored powder, which we call frit. From here, we again heat the glass, this time also melting in the colored frit into the piece. We then proceed to move to the bench, making sure to constantly rotate the pipe so that gravity doesn't affect the shape of the glass and to keep it all centered. Now, due to the limitations of virtual reality, I was only able to move one item at a time in the program from which I was using. That being said, we go to pick up a tool which we call jacks. Jacks are a long tool with scissor-like blades on the end of them, which help us create a line in the glass from which we can break it off from in the future. You can see that we also grab the newspaper, which is in fact what it sounds like, a bunch of newspaper folded as to keep us from burning ourselves. The newspaper is for shaping the glass while minimizing the amount of heat taken away from the glass itself. From here, we heat the glass again in the reheating furnace. Shape it on the marver. Roll it in more frit and proceed to melt it in again. By swinging the glass back and forth like this, it allows the glass to stretch and elongate due to centrifugal force. Here we blow more air into the piece and continue to reheat the glass. These are just some basic steps for how to glassblow. There are indeed intricacies in how fast to turn the pipe, in how to handle the weight of the glass, and how hard you need to blow into the pipe to insert the air, each of which cannot be fully understood until creating with the material itself. The rest of this video depicts a short tour of the virtual environment that I created, as well as illustrate the piece that I wish to create once I have the opportunity to glassblow again. The work resting on the pedestal will be a mostly solid piece of glass, with several bubbles suspended in it. These bubbles represent the part of the artist that is the work. This piece effectively acts as a sort of time capsule, preserving the life that the artist has blown into the work.